Hi guys, welcome to this next little video update of Hither Green TMD and O Gauge. What have we got? Well, the postman has been. He's brought me some of these little boxes and we'll go through those in a minute. And this morning along came Dapol Turbots. Now I've had a couple of little issues with those and I'll take you through that shortly as well. So without any further pomp and ceremony, let's look at what has happened this week. The first thing we're going to look at is the Juweela corrugated iron sheeting. These claim to be 1/32 to 1/35 scale, and out of a box you get this. Now this is 50 sheets of corrugated steel, corrugated iron, asbestos sheet, whatever you wish to call them. Now these work out at about 5mm ridge to ridge. So we're talking 8 inches on the real thing, so close enough to what I want. The vertical length of these with my calipers, unlock it, is, my glasses, just over 7.8 centimetres long and 3.4 just under centimetres wide. So 3 of these end to end with a little overlap is the perfect length for doing one of my shed roofs. Now I've bought 5 boxes of these, so 250 corrugated sheets, and that has cost me $180 nearly, so that's Australian dollars, so not cheap. But I was looking at evergreen styrene sheets and everything else, and I couldn't find the size or profile that I wanted. They show corrugated sheeting on their photographs or artwork for the sheets that I purchased. I've got a drawer full of the stuff, but turns out they're all flat waves, not nice round ones like these. These are spot on for what I want. So maybe expensive, but it's going to be time well spent because I haven't got to cut them up, and they are pretty much perfect for what I want. So that's those. So now we're going to have a look at the turbot. Okay, let's have a look at the turbot wagons here. Now these are lovely, finely detailed, plenty of underframe detail, all there, 2 vacuum cylinders and brake rigging and everything else. Really nice wagons. I did have an issue with this one. Yep, definitely this one. It was twisted. About 2mm twist in the underframe. So I had to drop the bogies off, drop the body off and twist it back to straight. Now it's not perfectly straight, but there's, is much less than a millimetre, I think, now in difference in heights from across the length from corner to corner, so it's acceptable amount to me now because it was really twisted. I don't know if that was done in post or whether that was done by Dapol and assembled as such, but it was done. So I had to remove this part of the brake rig in here, and that allowed me to get the centre screw out, drop the bogie off, and there's 2 screws at each end, and then that separates the body off, and that allowed me to flex. I've tried flexing it with the body on, but you just couldn't really get hold of it properly, and it wouldn't. You're twisting the plastic more than you're twisting the body, the underframe rather, and I didn't want to break it, so it had to take the body off to do. But saying that, other than that twist on this one of the couplings missing, they're excellent. There is one other issue. Now I know you probably won't be able to read the legend on here, but the wagon there mentions the minimum radius that these wagons can go around. Now there's an error on an EWS wagon which appears to have been replicated for the Dutch wagons here by Dapol, and it says a minimum radius for these wagons, now bear in mind it's a real life wagon, is a 3 metre radius. Now you can't even get model railways sometimes to go around a 3 metre radius. If you go into the live steam scale, so this definitely didn't. It should be 31 metre radius is the minimum radius for one of these wagons. So there is an error. Now Steve Bell at Railtech Transfers, he does a set of transfers now to replace that little panel. So I shall be removing those panels and applying Steve's transfers. Now they're not expensive, they're darn much cheaper than a wagon, but it'll correct that. But if you can live with it, it doesn't really matter. But I can't. That said, without the twist and that slight little printing error, these are brilliant little wagons. Bit fiddly to couple up because of the metal shields on the top of the wagon ends, but really nicely detailed. If I could justify having a rake of 10 of these, I would. So don't do reviews, but this is well worth the money that they want for them. So get yourself some turbots. In the third part of this video, shed wall. As you can see, I've been making buttresses and walls and joists and bits and pieces to build this up from a flat piece of board. The wood that I could get size is approximately, that'll do close enough size, and I had to thin down these pieces and the end walls here so that these vertical posts are larger than all the rest because they have to support the weight of the water tank on the roof. The bounce sander was a godsend in that respect. Lost some fingernails, lost my fingertips, but the wood is now done. So the wooden frame for this wall of the building complete. You'll see a couple of little slots cut out here. That is for the girders to locate into for the roof. Windows and doors are done, but what I'm waiting for now, ordered from Shapeways, is a load of water tank segments, little square panels with the cross thing in the middle. Not 100% accurate for Hither green, but close enough for it'll do. That way I'll be able to scale this part of the building and then assemble the office blocks on the end, final glue together, and then we can get on with painting and decorating the brick part of the building. That is where we're at. We've got a few jobs to do. We've got the roof to build once I've built the office block and the water tank, so we'll get there slowly. Build the floor, finish the pits off to the right depth and put steps in and paint, but we can progress with the depot building. So the next video quite possibly will weather the turbots. I'll take you through how those turn out once I've got Steve Bell's transfers, and we'll call it a day. So enjoy your modelling, guys. Any questions, chat, like, subscribe. You all know the drill by now. We've gone through it enough times already, so I'll catch you next time for the next video and speak to you soon. See you.